So, over the last couple of days, I've been starting up classes for school to go into cybersecurity. And one of the things that happened is while at school, I had forgotten my power cord for my laptop. So when I got home that night, I didn't have it on me. And I wanted to do a little bit more coursework and go through some of the stuff for the coursework so I could get through a little bit quicker since it is also somewhat self-paced. One of the things that I ran into was I tried to get my ThinkPad up and running and the sound wasn't working on it, and I didn't want to take the time to figure out what was going on and the updates with it and so on. So then I remembered, wait, Steam Deck. So instead of setting up my laptop where I normally do, I set the Steam Deck up there, attached my Anker to it, and connected it to my monitor, connected my hub to it, and went from there. And it actually worked out pretty well. So I got a couple pictures, a couple videos. I did take some time to explore some of the other things too with it, using it in such a form factor, like playing first-person shooters with it without using the controls, having a proper keyboard and mouse on it. There are some things that I ran into with some of the saturation coming through. I don't know whether it was because of the settings on the Steam Deck itself, the way the monitor was processing things, or whether it was the Anker hub itself. But it was very oversaturated, it seemed, when I was at least in the, Steam interface. But other than that, it worked pretty well. There were some things where the Steam Deck was kind of having hiccups over some of the simulation stuff that I was working through, where it would kind of choppy, almost like I'm playing late game Stellaris or Hoi 4. And so that was kind of weird. So the time that I had spent with this, in this configuration, this kind of fluke gave me the opportunity to see what the Steam Deck could really do and put it to the test in a different situation than I would have normally because I have more powerful hardware. And like I said, I did get some video that I took, shoddy phone video of the monitor in use and the way some games performed on it. Of course, I stuck towards more lower end retro type shooter games, boomer shooters, but they still fared pretty decently on it, much better than the simulations that I was working through otherwise. So I had also heard from other sources that people use a Steam Deck as basically their exclusive computer or desktop. And I can kind of see why it's not as good as it could be. But definitely if you're in a pinch, then it works really well for that, on the spot, certain things. I've already used it for presentations at church, and what else was there? A couple other things I think too as well in there. I have video, the classwork, church presentation, and yeah, so in a pinch or just where you don't need the extra hardware to back you up, the Steam Deck works really well in those situations. And most of what you need is to hook up maybe a keyboard and a mouse to it. But even then, depending on what you're doing, you don't really need those peripherals for it. It's just, in my case, I needed a separate keyboard was more convenient, and a mouse was definitely really, really nice to have. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.